Namaste everyone. Welcome to Aphinya Yoga, and I am Aphinya. Today is back to basics, and our basic technique and action is to use our hands properly and to align them properly for the best support and effectiveness for our yoga poses in the future that involve our hands on the ground. Your hands, when you get a chance to place them on the ground, you should use the edge of the mat to help you to align your hands. When your hands are down, when you bring them down to the floor, you should be able to see the crease of your wrists, and that is such a good place to use it as a measurement with the front edge of your mat. And you want the wrist crease to be as parallel as to the front edge of the mat as you can, because then when your weight are on them, then they can go evenly on either side of your palms. Okay? Rotating them out a bit, in a bit, to me that will depend upon your own unique bone structure. And I have students that walk in and like a little bit of rotation, which that please feel comfortable to adjust it. But for the starting point, have your wrist crease parallel to the front edge of your mat. And you would love to spread your fingers apart. You don't want to do it too much, and you don't want to do it too little. And once again, that energy that you use to spread your finger, it will depend on your level of practice, the intensity of the pose as well. Then come to where the weight should be on your palms. Four corners of your hands, the base of your thumbs, the base of your index fingers, and the base of your little finger, and at the outside edge of your palms, those four corners should always intact to the ground. And the one that seems to be problematic for most of us is the base of the index fingers. Pay attention when you do plank and you lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Normally this part of our palm will lift, and when it lifts, what happens is that more weight will going to transfer to the outer sides of the palms, and we will have a risk of hurting the ligaments right at the base of it. So be mindful, okay? From there, we also want to press down our finger pads on the floor. So you want to claw the floor just slightly, and be comfortable to let the second knuckles of your palms come off the floor. Alright, so it should look something like this. Four corners of the palms on the ground, wrist crease parallel to the front edge of the mat, and they claw the floor with the finger pad, and allow the second knuckles to move off the ground. When you have that, the other thing that we need to find is the width of our palms according to the shoulders. The way I learn it is that I align the inner sides of my palms, the inner side, like the middle of my palm, to the outer shoulders. Which means that when you bring it down, it will feel like it's a little bit wider than the shoulders, just because we align to the outer sides of the palms. And I like that alignment very much, because especially for us who start to have a lot of pec major build up, the more room in order for us to be able to move the shoulder blades, so this muscle like feel more comfortable, and our arms can become straight if we have a greater chance when the arms are a little bit wider. To me, I feel like if this is tighter up here, your pec major, you can even bring your arms wider than the outside edge of the shoulder. So from that, when you are able to remember those alignments, and I will remind them again, it's like it is a good idea to remember the alignment through some of the poses. And most of the poses, which I already say, one of the poses that is quite problematic is Chaturanga Dandasana. So I highly suggest you should practice aligning your palms, keep all the action engaged and at the proper place by moving through downward facing dog, plank, and Chaturanga Dandasana. And you can keep repeating that over and over and over again. And for this video, you just want to keep your eyes on your palms and make sure that they are really in a good alignment. Alright, so we come, hands a little bit wider than the shoulders, or you lie the middle of your palm to the outside of your shoulders. Wrist crease parallel to the front edge of the mat. Fingers spread wide apart. Find the width that feels comfortable. Four corners of the palms are on the ground and all finger pads are clawing to the earth. So I want to stamp those point into the ground always. Then go up to downward facing dog. And come forward to plank. And check four corners of the palms, finger pad. If you can see like this pose, the energy of my palms are a lot stronger in that downward facing dog. In terms of I activate my finger pads even more so. So go back to downward facing dog and feel a little less work on the palm, but I still actively claw the floor and keep four corners of my palm to the ground. And then I move forward. The more weight is there, the more support you need. Claw a little bit stronger. Then lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana. If you're not strong enough, please just come down to your knee first. So we don't defeat the purpose of working on the palms, and we can take care of the Chaturanga Dandasana on other video. And for this, just like keep your eyes on your palms, keep four corners of your hands on the ground. All your finger pads are grounding. Just lower down mindfully to the floor. And come up. Once again. So you move through each pose mindfully, gradually and slowly. I actually like that a lot because our muscles are really get to feel each movement, each breath. Come forward, plank. When you're stronger, just there. Keep that awareness to the palms and lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. The base of the index fingers is what the problematic, so that you probably should keep your eyes on them often. You can take a rest at child's pose. And even right here, I can practice the energy of my palms. Come up to all four. And check the alignments again. Go back to downward facing dog. And check the alignments of the palms again. Plank. And inhale. Four corners to the ground. Finger pads are clawing. Second knuckles can be lifted. And just go lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. And come up. Well, I hope this video is really clear for you. If you are very weak at your wrist, which it can happen, and you really use a lot of attention and activeness and energy and awareness toward your palm, you will feel that they really get to work out. So please do it mindfully. You don't need to do a lot at first if you're not strong. So please don't do it too much all at once. Just be gradual, be persistent, and you can add more sequence, more rotation of between these down dog, plank, chaturanga dandasana. You can rest in child's pose as often as you need to, and really pay attention of how you bring your palms to the ground. I hope this video is really useful. Please practice mindfully, and if you like the information I share with you, please give me a thumb up, and if you're not yet subscribed to Aphinya Yoga, please join us, and I will see you in the next video, everybody. Namaste.